So many people are confused in this day and age. We don't know whether to turn left or right, do this or do that, listen to him or listen to her. What do? We don't know. We've lost direction. We're lost. We're very lost in society because there's so many signposts, so many distractions. We just don't know which way to turn or who to trust. And this is a big thing. So in the Bhagavad Gita as it is, translated by Srila Prabhupada, we're looking at chapter 3, text number 2. My intelligence is bewildered by unequivocal instructions. Therefore, please tell me decisively which will be most beneficial for me. So what the Lord is trying to say is to Arjuna. Arjuna is getting confused himself, and he needs some direction. Now, the beautiful thing about life is this. Lord Krishna, he plays a big role in our lives when we start to wake up to realise how much a role he's playing in our lives. You see, what's inside your heart? Do you know what's inside your heart? Any idea? Your soul, your Atma. Your Atma inside your heart. And what's next to your Atma? Your Paramātmā. And your Paramātmā is where Lord Krishna sits inside your heart. He's sitting there now, sitting there with his beautiful lotus feet. And he's sitting there as a witness and a guide. So everything you see, he sees. Everything you hear, he hears. Everything you say, he knows. Everything you feel and you sense, he knows. Everything you smell, he smells. Everything you touch and you taste, he touches and tastes. He knows everything in your life. You can lock yourself away in your own bedroom and do something private, but no, Lord Krishna's there. He's watching everything. He's hearing everything. There's no secrets from the Lord. And it's very, very, very beautiful.
When I lie at somebody.
You lie?
When I lie.
Yes, he knows when you're lying. Yes, he knows everything. And that's why sometimes we trip up in life. Because unfortunately sometimes when we make mistakes, we lie, we cheat to cover ourselves up. Always trying to cover ourselves up. So, this confusion that we have in life means that often we just don't know which path to take. And often it means we don't listen to what is happening around us. I want to give you this analogy. Lord Krishna, he's given you this body. Now I want you to imagine this body is a car. And the car belongs to Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna is the driver of this car. And you are the passenger. But like most confused drivers, often you say, I want to go this way, I want to go that way, I know a better route, it's a shortcut this way, less ups and downs. And Lord Krishna says, no, I've got a path for you, I've got a journey map for you for your whole life, let's stay on it, let's stay on it, let's stay on it. And you say, no, I want to go my way. Mainly because we're a bit confused, we just don't know what we're doing, but we just want to do it our way. So Lord Krishna basically says, oh, okay, we'll go your way. And then what happens is, you start to go your way, and all of a sudden the road gets a bit bumpy. A little bit like the bumps in our life. And then all of a sudden we're going up all these big hills and down and up and down and up and down. A bit like how we go in life. Up and down and up and down. That's like life. And then all of a sudden we get lost. Just like we get lost in life. And then all of a sudden, bang, we hit a wall. Just like we hit the walls in life. All because we think we know better than the Lord. All because we don't have the clarity. Lord Krishna is trying to give us clarity, is trying to give us stillness, is trying to teach us so much, but we think we know more, and therefore we do what we do in our life. So just like you at the moment, you spend most of your time studying, you spend a bit of time with your family, you do your shopping, you spend your time on your mobile phone, and right at the bottom of the pile is the Lord. He gives the smallest amount of time and energy and love every day. And Lord Krishna is saying, wake up, Mataji. I'm here, I'm inside you. I've arranged everything in your life. You start feeding me with some love, and I guarantee that whatever you need in your life, you'll have. And whatever you planned in your life, I'll give you the clarity so you're not confused, and whatever you want or what you need, I've got even a better plan for you. And this is the beauty about Lord Krishna. He's got such ambitions for you. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful that, as Srila Prabhupada, our founder church, says, you can easily miss it. So how do we progress forward from this? So every morning, what I like you to do is pick up the Bhagavad Gita and read one verse. And that becomes your focus of your day. What I do myself is I read a verse and then I write down my understanding of the verse. So it gives me an opportunity. It depends on how well you study. I have to go very deep in my studying because otherwise I forget things. So what I do is I record what I understand, and then I've got a recording of what I've understood, and I can just check whether I've understood it properly. And then that becomes my focus for the day. And then what you need to do after that is take a mala like this, and you chant the Lord's name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this is how you start your day. All you need to do is wash your hands, wash your feet, rinse your mouth, read one verse. The verse will take 3 or 4 minutes maximum. And then one round on the mala will take 8 minutes. And Exo Atmanka, 108 beads. Exo Atmanka, Exo At Krishna Prem. The Lord's going to give you Krishna Prem. Because the more he hears you chant his name, the more he knows how much you love him. And you start to feel in this love. And he starts to feeding you this unconditional love. This very deep and beautiful and intimate love relationship that you develop with the Lord. And it's beautiful. And then during the day when you're studying, if you can't focus and you're confused, you stop what your studies. And for 8 minutes you go find somewhere quiet, you take out your mala and you do another round. And Maya Devi, who's confusing you, starts to go a bit quieter and quieter and quieter. And you become more and more focused on your task and your studies. And this is how you develop this love relationship with the Lord. And on the way, he starts to help you to overcome your confusion. But your confusion is not so negative as you think. Often you think, oh, I'm confused, it's a negative thing. But in Krishna consciousness, there's no such thing as negative. Because everything that you experience is a lesson. So your confusion is a lesson to teach you how to become focused. How to make sure that you don't drift off elsewhere. And you are able to undertake your tasks and complete your tasks. So he takes you through all these different aspects in order for you to be able to move forward. So every challenge is a positive and a positive lesson. And this is the beauty about Lord Krishna's University of Life. He's teaching you internally how you can learn so much more, how you can become a better version of yourself, and slowly but surely build up this beautiful love relationship with him. And whatever you think is your limitations, like confusion, they'll just start to dissipate and dissipate as you gain more clarity and focus. Hare Krishna.